damage Cybertron, and now its residents shall witness its dismemberment. Rise, my podcast, serve your new master well. All hail Unicron.
Hey everybody, welcome to All Hail Unicron, episode 5. You asked us, where do we see our podcast in 5 episodes? We're right here.
Yeah.
We're still right here, still fighting restraining orders. Because one way or another, the realm of collectors is going to subscribe to us. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso, and over to my left is the one and only Mr. T2RXS, the Mad Professor Justin.
Hello.
And over to my right is everyone's favorite attorney at law, Robert D.
Ahoo!
And everyone's favorite Hasbro champion, the one, the only, likes, shares, and Care Bears, Mr. So Easy Lemon Squeezy, Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Man, I ain't seen that in a minute, man. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hell yeah. Hi. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide!
I'm rolling all the tides.
Damn
I'm
right.
rolling hard right now. Speaking of
Tide
rolling hard,
pods.
did anybody get anything? Robert.
I got the New Age Ultra Magnus.
3 refrigerators.
That was I mentioned that last time, didn't I? Or is that
Someone's
in the chat?
baby.
I did get a new refrigerator. Okay, fine. Well, let
And
me
my
talk
neighbor's
about the
baby.
toys. Let me talk about the toys first. I got the New Age Ultra Magnus, and he's much better than the Magic Square. Still not thrilled with the parts forming, and it's a little annoying. But overall, it's a great figure, and you don't need the instructions for the transformation, but it's not simple, which I enjoy because it's challenging yet intuitive. So that's cool. Intuitive. So I really enjoyed it. And, you know, I didn't think he had foot articulation, but it turns out he does have a rocker. It's like little things. There's a couple little annoying things that really, they're overshadowed by how good the figure is overall. I think his legs are a little short. Little bit, like proportion-wise, like you kind of might not even notice it.
New Age. He's gonna be
It's a little like, but I mean, proportion-wise, it would have been nice to have him just a teeny bit taller, you know. But other than that, I don't mean height in the figure itself. I just mean the proportion of legs to torso.
Right,
you know? But
right.
it's minimal, but it's kind of gets you in your peripheral. But and then I got acoustic wave. I got 2 acoustic waves.
Ooh.
So
money bags.
This is a fucking nice figure, as Matthew knows. But I got 3 refrigerators by accident. Our fridge broke.
That's not an accident, man.
It was an accident. Our fridge broke. Thanks to the Geek Squad, Matt. It's all Geek Squad fault. If anybody knows,
Oh,
Matt
fuck
used
Geek
to be a
Squad.
Geek
That
Squad.
ain't, man, that's been years, dude. Fuck Geek Squad.
I got online chat. I picked out a fridge, tried to charge it, and they kept telling me the order wasn't going through. I tried this card, that card, and that card. Turns out the order did go through 3 times. And then,
man.
the morning of delivery, the delivery guy's like, "Did you order 3 fridges? Am I delivering 3 fridges to you?" I'm like, "No, I ordered 1." You know,
take that shit back.
Yeah, so they didn't deliver all 3, but you know, they were in the 3 were in the truck downstairs. You know, and they brought 1 up.
I've had one of those happen with Best Buy as well. Like, for whatever reason, like, I don't know, it wouldn't take a certain credit card for some reason, but it, like, kept saying it was ordered. So, yeah, at least it didn't actually charge like yours and get 3, but yeah, I had an order, and then
That's
they just
fucking
ran
Best Buy, man.
"Hey, your thing was canceled." I'm like, "Why was it canceled? I don't understand."
That's Best Buy, that's why.
Best Buy. I used to work for Best Buy, too. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. What can you do?
What can you fucking do? Is that it, Robert? Is that all you got, man?
That is.
What is the hell? What is this?
I don't know. Oscar Alonso.
What was that? Did he just start a video chat?
No, I was recording through Skype to try that out. And see how
Oh,
it sounds.
okay. Like,
It's a backup to a backup.
To
Gotcha.
a backup.
Mhm.
okay. It's just weird. It popped up. I was like, okay, let's video chat.
Let's video chat. So Justin's not going to talk.
Mhm.
He is only going to speak to us
Memes.
via.
Or memes.
Yes.
Gifts, or memes?
memes, and Matthew has to give a play-by-play whenever he and Oscar get into a fight.
No.
They call him hot dogs and chili.
Oh, that's pretty good though. I'm gonna get me some after the work.
Ballpark, huh?
Yeah, they're plump and juicy.
You don't like Sabret?
No, I don't know what that is, man.
You don't know what a Sabret hot dog is? What about
Hello, Matthew. My most wish this sugar. Why do you not like Sabret? It's very good.
We don't have that shit in Arkansas, man.
What about
maybe you need it? Maybe you need it.
What about Hebrew National?
No. Sorry. No, just American dogs right here. Roll Tide.
Ballpark, nice and Roll Tide.
Nice
and plump.
Dude, that's why I have to say Roll Tide every time, because you were starting to say something, you're like, Roll Tide. You stopped everything and said, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. You gotta say it back. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Alabama. Is that all you got, Robert?
Yeah, that's all I got. I got the New Age, the Acoustic Wave, and the Fridge.
Wow.
Oh, and Scarlett's had a birthday, and she got a Quest 2. And,
wow. Cool.
And I'll tell you, Beat Saber is a lot of fun.
Yeah, that game looks pretty fun.
It gets, you can change the difficulty settings, and it's not just more difficult. It's like more fun. It's just harder, and it's quite the workout. I thought it was quite the workout until I saw Scarlett doing it, and she's just flicking her wrists, and that satisfies whatever trigger they need to move the lightsabers. Meanwhile, I was jumping around the room like an idiot, out of breath.
Like dumbass.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's what I got.
All right, Matthew, what'd you get this week, buddy?
Man, I got pretty good. I got Robot Paradise. I got the Acoustic Wave as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mistransformed the Frenzy on my review, but it's all right. I made up for it.
Oh, with the torso.
Yeah, I forgot to pull the torso. I'm a dumbass. I was looking, man, this looks weird, and I didn't even look on the box or anything to see why it's weird looking. I just went on with it. So, but I liked it. It's overall got a nice little weight to it. It's got a really good die cast. It looks good. I still like the MP13. He's still going to be in my collection, but this one. But I also said it's been 10 plus years since MP13 came out. It's about time somebody made one better. So
did you do a versus?
I did. Yes, I did.
And who won?
Acoustic Wave for me. As far as I still like the MP13. He's going to be in my boot. He'll be the cassette recorder mode or alt mode. I still like him, but it's still one of my favorite MPs of all time is Soundwave. He's really so good.
Now, which mode are you going to display? Not alt mode, bot mode, but which toy version or tune version are you going to display the Acoustic Wave in?
Probably tune. Getting all that toy stuff on, man, it's a pain in the butt, man. Some of it, especially the shoulders, and I don't know. I thought I was going to break something whenever I was taking stuff off, especially the faceplate when I took the face off. Like, God, I had to get in there. Yeah, it wasn't fun. So yeah, that's pretty good.
There was already a post in the Facebook groups about someone whose Acoustic Wave broke right out the box.
Wow.
Mine broke while it was still at the Chosen Prime.
What?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Oh.
I just have to one up that. It broke right out
so
of the
that
box.
so one out of a couple thousand broke, and now we're supposed to be alarmed.
No, I just was surprised because normally people were so quick to point out inconsistencies and imperfections on something like that when they were, because
That's
FOMO
true.
hit them hard.
That's true. That's true.
So, and this is the only one I've seen where it's like, yeah, right out the box, it's the crotch plate by the play buttons and shit. So I was like, well, shit, bro.
I don't believe that shit. They
Well,
broke their
shit,
toy.
bro.
They broke their
fuck.
fucking toy.
Nah, it's packed in there pretty good. So there's a chance. As always, but I don't know. Mine was fine.
Okay, imagine you have to turn the torso around to get him transformed properly. I can picture this idiot did something stupid with the torso when putting him into proper mode.
It's possible. I don't know. One out of
and
whatever.
there goes the listener.
Will he find?
And we're down to five.
Really fungus, like.
I'm not an idiot.
I also got the 5-2 Toys Mega Box Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Michelangelo and Raphael.
Hell.
Wow.
And they were pretty cool. They did their triple changers. They turned into the van. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I think the engineering is really cool. And they turned into their cubes, and they turned into the turtles. So I'm excited for Donatello and Leonardo. They should be coming out pretty soon too, as well.
Nice.
They're definitely fine for what they are, what they're trying to
Yeah,
do.
like I said, when I was talking about it, I was like, it's ugly. It's not the prettiest thing, but it's pretty cool that they could throw all three of those things in there and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. I totally want I want a better little turtle van. Like I kind of love the New Age ones and how they kind of did those somewhat turtle van-y things.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see an actual I want an old school like that Splinter that turned into the turtle van. It was so stupid.
Yeah. Well, they got Voltron coming out too. They got the Lucky Kitty or something, whatever. That's coming out soon too. I'm excited for that.
Does he turn into a turtle van?
No. He turns into Voltron. I also got Shattered Glass Jetfire. Love it. I love the colors on how the black and purple looks so good. The Siege, black and purple. The Siege Jetfire is one of my favorites out of that line anyways. It's pretty good. So I got the New Age Ultra Magnus, Octavian. I got him too as well. I liked him. He's better than the Magic Square. I mean, I still like the Magic Square one. I'm messing around with it when I was doing the verses. Transforming back and forth got a lot easier now. There's a lot more parts for Magic Square, definitely.
Yeah, it's annoying trying to figure out, even with the New Age, where do these hip covers go? And you're like, God damn it, they're in the inside.
Yeah, mine kept popping off whenever I was trying to move around and everything. I was getting kind of annoyed with the New Age one, but it looks good. I like it.
Which one's
good.
worse, New Age or Magic Square, though?
Magic
Square. Magic Square, yeah, definitely keeping things together. Yeah. Magic Square, definitely.
Okay.
Especially in alt mode, my God, the back end just always pops off if you just fart or something.
I love how the Magic Square one looks in alt mode. It's such a shame because the moment you touch it, something has fallen apart.
Yeah, exactly. Something pops off. The
my kids go running through the house, the floor rumbles, and something's falling off of my Magic Square.
Yeah, exactly. I got the crossover, the Generation crossover Jurassic Park Transformer. I got that. It's all right. I got the Generation Selects Galvatron, the toy version. Got that. I like that. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
I got Kingdom Waspinator. I got him. I also got the New Age Clear Shockwave. And I got the New Age Clear Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. And the gold version of New Age Cliffjumper and Bumblebee. And
very nice.
That is it. Oh, I got Breaker. And Barbecue from Classified G.I. Joe.
Nice.
Yay!
Pork chops and witches.
I got another 5-2 Toys Nightcrawler. He's a beetle. He's a recolor. He's a blue one. I got him too as well. And that is it, fellas. That's all I got.
All right. Justin, what'd you get this week?
So the only thing I got, I went to the store and I found little, they're really tiny, and I don't Matt probably knows what they are. I'm not sure who makes them. They're tiny Transformers, super tiny. They have apparently there's only 3, an Optimus Prime, a Bumblebee, and a Starscream, and they come on they come in a box, but then in the box is this little plastic card with a blister bubble thing that they're kind of in. I think they've done a couple G.I. Joes this way too.
You know about the world's smallest?
Are they? I'm not sure if they might be considered world's smallest. Yeah. So
they
had them in the store, and they were in 2-packs, a 2-pack, and I was like, oh, cool. They had, Optimus and Bumblebee. Then they had Bumblebee and Starscream. I'm like, well, who else do they have? I figured they would be 4 different ones, maybe Megatron and Starscream, and but nope. They only made 3, and they came in these 2-packs. I'm like, so no matter what 2-pack I get, even though what was in the 2-packs varied. I would always have a dupe of somebody, so I just finally decided to get Optimus and Bumblebee because they looked way better than Starscream's paint job. And I thought they'd look cool with that arc that I had gotten.
Do you have a picture of them? I don't know if the ones I have were single
I'll try to
pack.
find them, but that's all I got, so I'll send it to you in the chat.
Okay. Because I got the ones I got were like at Target. They were single pack, those. They were, you could see them.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing, but they were selling it in a 2-pack. So.
Okay. Were they? You could see them, or were they blind bags?
You could see them.
Okay.
They were. Yeah, here they are. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I think I have them. I think I have them in my room. But yeah, I'll look at them.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably have them. And they were neat, like the little plastic bubble. But I was surprised that they did only do the 3-packs, and like all the Starscreams are really janky. So just went with Optimus and B, which Optimus and B are totally horribly mismatched in scale. But whatever, they'll still look fine with the that big oversized arc. So
they did a Masters of the Universe stuff too, though. With them, I think.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, I remember. I got you. I got them. I think they're in my room.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Hey, Oscar.
Yeah.
What did you get, fella?
I didn't get anything, man.
Oh man.
You know what else Oscar didn't get?
Roll Tide.
To the post office to send my stuff.
Oh, here we go. I'm a piece of shit. We all get that.
I didn't say it. I just said you haven't gone to the post office.
I'm saying it for you.
Block him.
I'm a piece of shit. Like to make mountains out of anthills, burn them.
Justin, off to the boards, man. Off to the boards.
I'm off to the boards. That's
tell
right.
them how it is.
That's right.
Yeah, report me.
I'm going online to leave a negative review for our podcast right now, too. Just tell everyone how bad it is.
I'm going to Yelp you.
This other podcast host has not sent my stuff, so this podcast sucks.
Yelp. What is it, Yelp? Is Yelp still around?
Yelp has been relevant since 2009?
7. There you go.
So the most I ever remember hearing about Yelp was during like Restaurant Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay. Because restaurant owners were like, "Oh, no, Yelp reviewers say I got the bad food." It's like, nah, bro. It's the fact you got some ranted ass fucking calamari you're serving your customers. That's what's killing your business, you fucking retard.
Not the Yelp reviews.
No. The Yelp review, they try to kill me, Gordon. I make good food. It's fresh in microwave.
Don't mind that rat over there. He's fine.
That rat, good paying customer.
Yeah. The microwave make food good, okay? It's best chef in my lot, in my kitchen. It's very good, Gordon. You give me 5-star. Give me Michelin star.
I love
You're just a donkey. Shut it. Wake up.
I love microwave food.
What?
All righty, let's go.
Yeah, so, okay, moving on to our first bit of show news here today. We actually have some movie news. Apparently, Transformers Rise of the Beast delayed, and it's Lenny's fault.
Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, Leonard.
Yeah, that's kind of upset, man. 2023. But, I mean, hopefully they're trying to make it a good... I thought they announced that they stopped filming, though. They were done filming. And they also pushed the Star Trek movie back till December of 2023 as well. So they went back and I think they're shooting some more stuff over in Peru or something. So at least I hope they're trying to make it better or something. That's
always a bad sign when a movie's doing reshoots already. So,
I don't know if it's reshoots though. I think they may have been just shooting. I don't know for sure, but
the article states here, they took this from Deadline. They say that this just in from Paramount, Transformers Rise of the Beast will no longer be opening on June 24th, 2022, rather June 9th, 2023. And a new Star Trek movie they've been in development and won't launch on June 9th, 2023, but rather December 2023. The pick is in development with Matt Sharkman attached to direct. As we first told you, Rise of the Beast is directed by Stephen Capel Jr. and stars Anthony Ramos, Dominique Fishback, Luna Lauren Valdez, Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, and Ron Perlman as Optimus Primal. The pick leaves behind a weekend where Sony has the Reese Witherspoon drama production where the Crawdads sing and heads to a date where it will be up against the Untitled Universal event film. Beast is currently in production. So, yeah, the rest of it's about Star Trek. So I don't know why the Reese Witherspoon drama had to come up here.
I don't know what the fuck all that's about, but
It's based on your search history.
fuck them.
What the hell it is. There's another person that's been relevant since 2005, fucking Reese Witherspoon. So, yeah, if they're doing reshoots, it's either a good thing or a bad thing. They could be polishing up on some stuff. You know, these movies are CGI heavy, you know.
I mean, yeah, because they got done quickly. I mean, this was announced last year, I think, or this
Someone
year.
spilled a Pepsi on the laptop where they were doing all the CGI.
Mm-hmm.
They should have been Gary Chuck. Glug, 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 glug. Take that, Ron Perlman. Sons of Anarchy sucked.
You fucked up all the files. Now they all look like a big pile of shit. With
I
their
actually like
face
Sons
like
of Anarchy.
Bayformers. Yeah, but he'll sue us now. Quick.
Allegedly.
They look like shit. Michael Bay's gonna sue us for copyright infringement.
Yeah. That Optimus Prime looks like Optimus Prime. He doesn't look like a fucking Mack truck was thrown in a blender and put together with like shitty like Elmer's glue. It's fucking bullshit. This is why women don't date me, because I know so much.
Wow.
Speaking of knowing so much, this is actually good to know. KFC's Powermaster Prime, their color prototype.
Man, this looks bland.
Raijin is his name, and P-15 Grand Raijin.
Well,
Also
I'll
known
give
as
them credit.
Powermaster.
I feel like they totally captured G1 Powermaster Prime.
That's
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's not a good
That
thing.
is to be that's subjective. It depends on how you feel about that. I don't think it holds a candle to the Fans Hobby one in terms of its aesthetics. But if that G1 Powermaster Prime is your favorite toy and you wanted to see it articulated, here it
There
is.
you go.
So they're really going super simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
It's next
aesthetic.
to a soda can. That's awesome.
What kind of stuff?
It looks like a Coke. I want to say it's because it's red and white. I want to say it's Coke, but I don't know for sure.
I like how there's a chest on his back and on his front.
And his front. Hey, who doesn't need two chests?
Well, doesn't the Fans Hobby one do the same thing? I think it does.
Yeah.
On the back,
Isn't
which
that
is
supposed to
fine.
be,
Like
true to the
You
toy?
said duty. You said
Yeah.
duty.
I did, but like like I don't know, like these like the side panels here that his arms are connected to, like that's all looks super G1 toy to me. You know, like because the arms folded around the back like that and all that stuff. Like I don't know, it's a weird decision.
It just looks. Really, what I'm really surprised by is KFC is still around. That's simply amazing.
Yeah.
This is
Yep,
really
that I agree with.
bland.
Why does Keith opt for KFC? Is KFC now the low end version? You know, his low end line.
What's the high end? What's the high end?
XTB?
DS9? Oh, X-Transbots? Yeah, probably. 'Cause, I mean, I can't remember the last time. When's the last thing KFC put out anything?
It wasn't that long ago. What was it?
Was it the? No, it's been. Was it the Junkions? Did they just redo some Junkions?
Aren't they
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
X-Transbots? Aren't they X-Transbots? Let me see.
Is that X-Transbots?
No, man. That's KFC. It's part of their metal series or EVAI, whatever.
No, man.
Well, it does the base mode. That's pretty cool. I like the little base mode.
No, man.
I don't know. I mean, it looks all right. I mean, it looks good. Like you said, well, like Justin said, it's just like if you like the toy, I mean, this is kind of a articulated, G1 Powermaster.
Yeah,
Just kind of plain
very
Jane.
plain.
No, it's a truck.
That it is,
Yeah.
Robert.
That is
it
true. Thank you, Robert. Douche nugget.
I want to see a
Who's that?
Powermaster Starscream.
Ugly ass combined mode. Jesus.
I don't know if they
Well,
did
and that's the thing. There's like there is literally no style to it. Like when the combined mode is like here's the box on the side. Like I don't know. It just looks so plain.
Man.
Like and like the way
Truck.
Optimus Prime goes in there, it's like you fold it up and you put his head behind or his feet behind his head like this, and he just makes this little cube kind of like those cube things that Matt has. And yeah, he's transformed. Like I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, I know, and
what do I have?
I know fans' hobbies, and before anyone mentions, I know fans' hobbies, feet also go behind the head and stuff, but like there's just so much more style to all the modes.
I still find it hard to believe that after all these years with Super Genrai mode, right, that apparently having feet is a faux pas for this model.
Faux pas.
Like it really is. Like if you think about it, back when they did Titans Returns and we had our Power Master Optimus Prime, right?
Oh, those feet were terrible.
Yeah, but he had feet, and then like the Takara version didn't have feet. He had those, I don't know, like those nubs. It's like someone cut off like the flat part of his foot, left him with nubs in his place, you know. And people were like, "Oh, this is so much better." It's like, yeah, but he has no feet.
Nubs.
It's like.
But the nubs, isn't that true to the character? Doesn't he always have nubs?
Yes, I'm not attached to this shit. Someone will correct me, probably Crimson Raptor. But, you know,
he still listens?
Yeah, he still does. He's commented on the last video.
Well, that's nice.
Because pterodactyls are real.
Yeah. He lives in Oklahoma.
Me, man.
He's real to me.
I don't know, man. I got no attachment to God Genrai or Power Master Optimus Prime. I mean, fuck, the comics had me lost around the Power Master arc too. Went back when Marvel was still doing them, but I don't know. I just thought, hey, this looks like something that we haven't spoken about. Let me fucking throw this on the notes, and I was like, all right.
No, I'm glad you did.
Right.
I want to see. I want to see what KFC's doing. You know. And it's amazing that they're doing this. I wonder what the price is. Is the price there?
$135.
Come on, you made that up.
Yeah, I did.
It's not $135. It's got to be like $200 something.
$79.
On a good day.
$79, and they give you a 78. You go with it. Hashtag.
Snorted.
The only thing I will give this praise to is that I think in the truck mode, the cab looks incredibly clean. The way the whatever it is folds up into the back there. But like, yeah, I mean, that still doesn't save it. It still looks very plain.
Hashtag hookers and blow.
Truck.
Hookers and blow.
Yeah, it's not for me. I mean, you know, hard pass, right? So whatever.
The cab seems kind of elongated.
It is very long.
What's wrong with that? Is this supposed to be a flatbed truck?
Yeah, exactly. You could tow a car on the back. You don't need a trailer.
Yeah, it looks like an extended sleeper flat nose, which is, I don't think that's ever been done.
I think that was the nerdiest thing you've ever said.
I think that you
drive him,
you think he has a bed in the back in the red part? Do you think he has like a bed and a little microwave back there?
Probably has a little sleeper back there. You know, nice. I mean, I did the other day venture into a Kenworth, a Western Star truck that literally had like a studio apartment behind the driver's seat.
Man, that's hardcore, man.
And I just looked at the guy like, how the fuck do you drive this and not fucking destroy every building you turn around? Like, I mean, they should throw off the turning radius something serious, but.
He's like, look here, man. I just get here and I just sleep. I'll drive and I just drop off stuff, man.
This guy stops short and he's like, my TV. And he takes a sharp turn. My eggs.
Takes another sharp turn. Prostitute from last night. No.
She flew out of the closet.
What do they call them? Land lizards? Or whatever they call them?
Lot lizards.
Oh, lot lizards. My lot lizard just flew off into my fan.
Takes a sharp U-turn and fucking couch flies out the side window.
All my furniture's going. My 3 refrigerators I ordered. Shit.
Goes to make a quick U-turn, is able to make his bed while in the middle of the turn. I don't know, man. Hell yeah,
I did it on purpose. Let's
go, Brandon.
Oh, boy. Let's go, Brandon.
He was such
FJB. What?
My favorite gun is like my favorite president. It's a 45. Was his
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh, that's a cool shirt. He's like, it's every day, bro. I'm like, okay, Logan Paul, dial it back.
Logan Paul.
You should whisper in his ear, Q sent me.
I know what's happening next. The next time you make a right turn, the dead girl in the closet will flop out. Can I say so? I heard probably. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the other episode, but there were like my wife and I, we watched a show called Criminal Minds, and there was an episode dealing with necrophilia, and they're interrogating this guy. And he's
I thought
like,
that was a dead subject.
Yeah, but no, like he has this one line. They're like, "Why do you do this, man? Why do you do this?" He's like, "Hey, man, I'm not the only one who likes to crack open a cold one."
Nice. Oh, motherfucker, man.
Anyway, so everyone's in agreement. We're not big fans of Kentucky Fried Chicken's powermaster.
I do like their buffet though.
I
Things
like
are
it when
different in your part of the United States, Matthew.
Why is that, man? What do you mean, man?
We don't have any KFC buffets around here.
Well, because you ain't in the South, boy.
That's what I said. That's why I said things are different in your
South,
part of the
boy.
United States.
Matt, does it get cold in the winter by you?
It's cold right now, boy.
What's the temp?
We're looking at about 54, boy.
That's cold?
Roll tide.
Does it snow? Does it snow in Arkansas?
It did last year. Sometimes. Once in a while.
He means cocaine.
Cocaine. Yeah, we usually don't get snow till probably around January-ish, February-ish.
Right really?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, most of the time before we had that, bad snowstorm last year, we would probably get one day out of that, maybe snow. But then last year we got a whole lot. So did Texas and everything. But I don't know if we're gonna get snow. We may get snow because it's been pretty cold for the last about month and everything. So I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of snow. But
I ain't mad at the weather right now. I'm in Florida. It was like a high of 72, and now it's like 52.
That's awesome shit, man. That's some good shit there, boy.
You better put some blankets on your bushes.
Yeah, whatever. They always look stupid.
He don't have oranges, man, down there.
I meant on his crotch.
Oh, okay.
Put a little blanket on your pants. Be like, I gotta cover my bush.
It's got a bush.
Speaking of Bush, Stan Bush, singer of the song "You Got the Touch," which is associated with the animated film that is currently the lineup for the Studio Series movie, figures that we've been getting. Like that segue? Fuck yeah, I'm good. Shockwave Lab upgrade kits for Studio Series wreck-gar, Haslam Unicron, and Kingdom Optimus Primal. So this set shall have the following. For wreck-gar, you get that stupid gas drum that he beats. Okay?
Boom, boom.
And a gun.
And a gun. Yeah.
Now, for
Is
Unicron,
it a gas drum? Why does it shape like an arcade machine?
Because that's what
know.
it was. It was an arcade machine when he beat on it.
Was it?
No, I don't know. It's look at what it was. Sorry.
So yeah,
Answer the question.
I did answer
that.
the question.
Answer the question.
You get a nice rifle for him because he doesn't come with a gun. He came with his axe.
Yeah, the rifle's cool.
The rifle is very cool. I think it works well for him. The next thing that they're releasing looks like it's a LED upgrade kit for Titan class Unicron. So you install this LED kit into the mouthpiece of Unicron, and you can change its color with an app on your phone.
I don't know if that thing's going to work for too long. It seems like a waste of money.
I think it's hilarious because a lot of people are going to sit there and install this third-party app from a shady company.
Oh, I get all the information.
And who are you going to sue when you stick your dick in there and you forget that you have the electronics in there now?
Yep, exactly. No one's thinking about it, but we have to mention it, so now at least we're safe.
That just went dark.
Yeah, it did. And up next is a blast shield for Kingdom Optimus Primal. So congrats.
When did he have a blast shield?
I don't know, but now he has a blast shield.
With the Spider-Man logo on the back of it.
Yeah.
That's a good figure though overall, but I don't know what he needs a blast shield for.
To protect himself from the.
They need some gap fillers for wreck-gar, especially in the thighs. But other than that, he's a great.
I think that JRC Designs, I forget his fucking name, the guy who did those tracks clips.
I know what you're talking
I think he's doing a gap filler set. I bought a bunch of his stuff a fucking couple of months ago. Forearm fillers for my Galvatron and Studio Series Jazz, as well as the track stuff. So, but yeah, that's Shockwave Lab. What they're doing recently.
Shockwave Lab.
This one did catch my eye. I did want to post because this looks really neat. It's X-Transbots' take on Deathsarus called Zuesasaurus.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this. I think MMC's. I mean, they've teased theirs for like 3 or 4 years now.
Man, that shit was. I saw that shit on the Chosen. I saw that shit on the Chosen Prime, and there's not even an expected release date on there.
Yeah, they haven't shown anything since. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I think X-Transbots. Deathstar's not really means a lot to me. So just to get one would be fine. I think X-Transbots would be okay.
I just remember him being that knockoff Transformer on those ABC stores in fucking Bergen Line we would walk down in Union City when I was a kid. And he was like all multicolored with like really crappy chrome finish that would always flake the moment you took it out of the box. It was probably lined with lead, so that's why I'll get cancer and die. But
he's big. He's a big fella.
Yeah, is that MP? Is that the MP Star Saber with the add-on?
Yeah.
From who did the add-on for? Was that KFC?
KFC.
Okay. Yeah, he's a big fella. Because he's got platform shoes on. He's almost as tall as Star Saber.
Well, in alt mode, standing next to regular Star Saber, he's much bigger. Star Saber comes up to his shoulder or whatever.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
He's a big boy.
As nice as I think this looks, my main concern is like the real estate this thing takes up on your shelf.
With the tail.
Yep, the tail, the wings, even in his alt mode as the freaking Chickensaurus that he turns into.
This needs a what are those things called? No, what those? No, the things you like that you like.
Starscream.
Detolf. This needs a detolf. This needs a detolf section. It could be
all by itself though. You can't share it with anybody.
Well, no, you don't want. You wouldn't want
that
to.
one picture you guys showed us of I forgot who posted it. It was like this poor guy's got like MMC Bruticus, Combiner Wars Toy World Devastator, and like Unicron all crammed into one. Yeah, that's got a bust out soon.
That's lovely. Oh, you know what else I got? I got the RoboSen Optimus Prime.
You said that last.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so. You've had him for a while, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you didn't send it to me so I can review it, but that's okay.
I think you got one.
No. You know what's a better investment than that? Those other
that?
2 refrigerators you sent back, Robert.
Because I don't know. I have
Bro, they do make ice, man. So that's a good investment, man.
Right hip is stuck.
Yeah, but you didn't send it to me to review, but that's okay. I understand.
I thought you got one.
No, I didn't get one, man.
That's a surprise to me. It seems like the ultimate toy that you would get.
Nah, if it had been Starscream, it definitely.
Hi, Optimus Prime. You hungry? Yes. You about to eat that attitude, motherfucker?
Damn right. You're gonna get some chili while I'm smack it on the side of your face.
About to spice up the side of your face with his hand. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
It's me, Mario.
Technically, you can program that Optimus Prime servos to do any motion you want. So you could program that Optimus Prime to jerk you off. Just saying.
Why would you want to do that though?
I don't know. If it was Starscream, would you?
Sicko.
You can imagine it's all quiet and you just hear. And then
I need a minute.
I am Optimus Prime.
hey, Optimus Prime.
Be stopped no matter.
I need a minute. Leave me alone. Stop talking. What do you think about it, Robert? Do you think it's worth the money?
No, it's not. I mean, it is because it's something I always wanted, and if I could do it again, I would. But at the end of the day, objectively speaking, it's not worth $700. The only reason it's $700 is because you're paying for them officially.
To jerk you off.
No, they're doing this. It's a licensed product, and it's a retool of a prior auto converting robot they did.
Right.
So
They'll make something better. They'll make something better. Come on.
Yeah, that shit isn't $700. It's several hundred, but not $7. It's more on the range of like 3 to 5. I can't remember what, but it's not 7. You know,
yeah, I think 3 to 4.
Fucking markup. It's a markup for the license. That's all. So I don't think it's worth it. You know, I think a third party company, if there was a market for, you know, auto transforming robots, you'd have a lot more competition. And
and I honestly think this unit in particular, the Optimus Prime, is nothing more than just like a status symbol. That's it. Like, I ponied up $700 for this Optimus Prime. Who needs a Unicron? I got a self-transforming.
It's really a powerful moment when you tell him to transform and he fucking does it with the sound effects and everything. It's really fun. It's really fun to play with, but there's a problem. Is you don't notice it in alt mode. You do, but you don't realize the impact of it. When he's not powered on, his servos are all loose, like they're disengaged. They're not powered.
Yeah, so he just falls apart. Looks like he's melting.
The truck just droops. So when he's in robot mode, you can't have him standing on display in robot mode, because if he's powered down, he falls. He can't stand up. You know. That's bad. Yeah, that's a major flaw. So what do you do with this big truck? You just keep it on your shelf sideways because it's huge. God forbid somebody says, "Hey, Optimus Prime," and he hears it, and then
crash through everything.
Or if you just like roll out, this fucker transforms and drives himself off your shelf.
Why is his hand doing that motion, Phil? Don't worry about it, Bob.
You're like,
I need you to leave the room.
You say, "Hey, Optimus Prime."
Becomes self-aware and starts killing people.
Oh, he starts jerking everybody off around the city.
It's like you have the code word. As soon as your friends leave the house and you're by yourself, you go, "Optimus Prime, Megatron must be stopped no matter the cost."
Give me that fusion cannon.
Well, that's sucks. You can't
Pet the fireman.
All we need is a little lotion and a lot of luck.
That's sad that you can't display him in bot mode.
No, you can if he's powered. You know, but
you can't
just keep him on your shelf.
Optimus Prime looks you dead in the eye and goes, "Milk, milk, lemonade. Around the corner, fudge is made." And then sticks his whole fist right up your butt.
You can do all of that. You can program it. You can have it say whatever you want. You can have sound effects, music. You can have it do that. You can program him to touch titties and like milk lemonade around the corner. You could make him do that and say it and everything if you wanted to. Me, I don't have the time to do that, but you could.
Optimus Prime, tell Miranda down the hall in Spanish to show me her tits, because I'm a feminist.
You could be like, tell him.
Señale los tetas, señora, por favor.
Tell him what I think of him. You're a cunt. But no, so you have to like either just display him in truck mode, or but me, I'm not comfortable with doing that. Like it's on wheels on a shelf, and just go back in the box because of that, and that takes away from the playability. Keeping something in the box is inherently less engaging than when you have it out. You can just pick it up and start messing with it.
Here's something you would want to pick up, and here's something you're going to want to pick up and start messing with. It's
Segway.
The New Age Legend Scale Delta Magnus. I'm not trying to pronounce. Look, it's called Lusulu.
It's a Nuwage.
Lukulu?
No, I think it's Lusulu.
Yeah, whatever. It's colored images of the Delta Magnus that
Dude,
based on the Diaclone.
This paint job is spectacular.
What is up with Picture 3's face? Is he?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The same thing. Like,
that's the Shattered Glass. That's the Shattered Glass. He's also Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus, so they gave him a Shattered Glass kind of face plate. So, but man, that paint job looks so good.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Nice. I like that sword too. The sword looks nice.
Where's the sword? I don't. Oh, it's a shiny clear.
So
sword.
is it clear? Is the sword clear and then it has a red LED in it? Is that what they're showing?
I think it's just going to be red. I think that's the end product's going to be red. It's just going to be a red plastic or like a translucent.
Because it really looks like those really shitty light up swords back in the 80s that were everywhere when He-Man was super popular.
Yeah,
exactly.
That did the laser sounds.
But I think it's going to be a translucent red sword. I think that's what it's going to be. I think it looks good. Like I said, I
Yeah.
love the
Good.
paint.
Even like the blue, I get nostalgic on the blue Optimus Prime Corebot, because I remember back when I got really into collecting hardcore, way this is over 10 years ago before Shattered Cast. A lot of the
There was
KO
no time
Optimus
before
Primes.
Shattered Cast.
This is there was
Nope.
Don't make me say them. I'll say it 3 times. It'll summon one of them.
Mhm.
That's what I thought.
I like that
But
metallic
yeah,
blue, man.
a lot of the KO Optimus Primes that were out there were those it was the blue Optimus Prime and the knockoff Lucky Draw Optimus Prime. You guys remember that?
Yep. Cold.
No.
The KOLD.
Oh, they did the Seekers too, didn't they? They did
Yep.
the
CHMS or whatever.
Yeah, CHMS. They were the cold Optimuses because KO Lucky Draws.
Dude, I love this metallic
That's
blue,
good.
man.
Old
On
time's
here,
sake.
he looks good, man.
Wait, Justin, is this in your pile of loot? There's not this one, but the regular one.
Yeah, the regular one is
This is arguably the best Ultra Magnus made yet, even though it's little. It's really good.
Good.
I still think the masterpiece is better. Look, if MP can do it without parts forming, I don't understand why Legends can't. But
Well, because Legends doesn't Legends have an actual Optimus Prime mode?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so-
true. That's true. You prick.
I'm excited for the X-Transbots Ultra Magnus, man. It looks pretty clean too.
When's
Right.
that coming out?
I don't know. They're doing what Fanstways does. They're just putting out a bunch of renders and shit. So I don't
You see,
know
the MP Ultra Magnus is on a level for me. I know many people won't agree with me, but it's on a level with like Soundwave. It really is. It's the presence there is. I love it. So I can't imagine swapping them out.
I bought my piece Ultra Magnus off my buddy Chris C, and it's pretty solid Takara bot, man. I like it. Looks good. This looks great though for a Legends class figure.
It does. I
Like-
love the metallic.
I
blue
never
on
would
it.
have guessed this was a Legends class unless I read the description here. I would have been like, "Oh, you got this masterpiece! Oh my god! Oh, that's fucking crazy!"
I don't get the drop down hips. Is that just for alt mode, Matt? Because you can't drop them down really in either bot mode because then they're all skinny and weird.
That might be for Prime, just for Prime itself.
Yeah, but for Prime, I don't know. Maybe it just seems really
I
skinny.
don't know.
when you do that.
It has nothing to. Let me think. It does. It has nothing to do with transformation, does it?
I'm not sure. It might.
The
No,
drop
they're
down?
supposed to. They're supposed to go. They're supposed to help it collapse. But I mean, having them drop down, it's very narrow.
I don't know. I don't know why they put that on
Me
that.
neither. I don't get
I mean,
it.
you can make it taller. I mean, yeah, it gives you that option, I guess.
Yeah, but does he come with a ball?
No,
So,
he's not. He's not a shot caller.
Oh,
So
all right.
there's that. It was
Come on,
good.
Oscar,
I like
say
him.
the name. Oh, that's the same one. Okay. Oh well.
What?
Pusscon.
Oh Jesus,
Excuse
Pusscon.
me.
Pusscon. Oh yeah, we got new Pusscon stuff.
Pusscon.
What'd you get? Oh, the Legacy 1. Legacy Wave 1. Pre-orders are live. Fuck yeah.
Jumped on him. A little excited about.
Me too.
About Drag Strip. About there being a new Menosaur.
Mhm.
Hopefully, it'll be better executed than the Combiner Wars.
You can't do. You can do. Not much you have to do to make it better than Combiner Wars.
Oh God!
Ow. Kickback. I'm excited for the Insecticons.
Yeah, so these are going to be deluxe scale. The last Insecticons we got from the main guy over at Hasbro was the Legends class.
Oh
Back when they
yeah.
called it that.
Combiner Wars. Yeah.
Yep. It's the last time we got them, and we get a reformatted Galvatron. It's a nice little
I'm
white
excited for
panel
that.
lining.
I like the 80s woman's working shoulder pad Optimus Prime. I like that one. Laser Optimus Prime.
Working 9 to 5. Hi.
I want to make a living. Yeah.
So that's something I don't understand. So we went from making this G2 lunar laser fire Optimus Prime
Yep.
to a headmaster that transformed into an ugly plane, sorry. Triple
Oh
changer.
yeah.
And now we're going to resort to this.
What was he? Was he the Blitzwing mold?
You know, he was the Octane mode.
Octane, yeah.
Octane mold. Okay, yeah.
Octone, sorry. They had
Gotcha.
to change his name.
I like the Optimus Prime, man. You got the base mode, and I like the weapons, man. I like the translucent blue. Looks good. Looks like he's got a big old pizza cutter. That's awesome. I like the truck mode. Truck mode looks good. And like I said, you do got a base mode, so I like it.
Now, is he just the truck mode, or is the trailer a separate piece? It is a separate piece.
It is separate.
So that's why it's going to work. That's why this works already so much better, because it's not one whole assembly.
Exactly. And I could see them doing Scourge with this.
Doing a generation selects.
Yeah, they could retool it and just repaint it, and it'd be Scourge. Actually, they just need to recolor it. I don't think they even need to retool it.
They don't. I think they just need to recolor them. That's all there is. And here's one that had a lot of people scratching their heads. Their reimagining of Transformers Prime inspired Bulkhead.
I love it.
I like it.
I love it. I think
it's a G1 Bulkhead. If you want a Prime Bulkhead, there's tons of Prime Bulkheads out there. I mean, I think this looks good. I was talking with my buddy Kato was talking about it is really boxy. But if you took like the front bumper and kind of like angled them up a little bit, I think that would have helped a lot. Or he said that would have helped a lot and make it look less boxy. And I could see that it would have been pretty cool if they would have took the front bumper in bot mode and kind of angled them up a little bit so he wouldn't be so boxy.
I think it's a neato amalgamation of Transformers, Age of Extinction Hound, and Transformers Prime Bulkhead.
I can see that.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
I see it's a nice it's a nice amalgamation, like, or an homage, if you would, to the Age of Extinction Hound, which we all were calling him Bulkhead when we saw the figures back when that movie came out. So just as well.
I think it looks good. I like the alt mode too. The alt mode looks cool. It's a nice little military vehicle. So you know, I like the translucent blue thing, and it doesn't really match with him. Well, actually, he does got blue windows, so kind of matches that way, but. I like it. RC, same thing. Everybody's kind of up in arms that it's not Prime RC. It's like, well, there's tons of Prime RCs out there. I think this is a different take on it, but I could see them retooling this to a groove to give you the protective bots.
It's really weird that people are kind of upset about stuff like that, because it's like we already have like pretty good representations of these characters in most of their sections,
Yeah.
So I mean, like. Transformers Prime is one of the better cartoon toy lines out there. So like,
nerds will cry.
Nerds
will cry, man.
Yeah, I mean, outside of like a third-party release, which like has like all this like crazy like levels of detail that you can't do in a Hasbro toy, like what are you expecting? Like any Bulkhead that comes out, probably for Transformers Prime is going to be lesser than what you've already got at this point. Like this isn't the type of thing where you're taking. Like Beast Wars, which had very simple transformations and stuff, and making like on a modern budget with better engineering version of a Beast Wars character or something,
I want to know what you could do. Like, the first edition RC and Bulkhead are really great. All that first edition ones, the Starscream, the Prime. What could Legacy do to make them better? I mean, there's nothing really else you could do.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, this is, like I said, it's not not my favorite. RC is not my favorite, but I like it. Like I said, they could retool this into Groove. They could do Flame War. They could do a Generation Selects Flame War with her. I mean, they could recolor the crap out of her and give us all the female ones, fembots. So, I mean, whatever. Nerds will cry.
Always will.
I'm excited I like Kickback, man. I'm excited. I hope they do. And I was talking about this. When they do the Insecticons, I hope they do a Generation Selects and give us the deluxe Insecticons. I would love to have some deluxe Insecticons.
Oscar is ripping him.
He is, definitely.
That is the chair. Fuck you.
He's like, I'll be right back. And then he shits his pants. Nobody says anything.
He says, I'll be right back.
And then he goes to sit down and shits his pants again. He's like, fucking chalupas.
Those Friday the 13th fans will know this line. Those damn chimichangas.
Damn right.
Anyway, but yeah, the Deluxe Class Insecticon Kickback, I find it actually pretty neat that he's the first one they do, because the last time we got a Deluxe Class Insecticon was during the Fall of Cybertron line, and that figure was a fucking mess. They look better in the video game.
I just want the deluxe Insecticons, man. Then we got Skids. Skids his alt mode looks like a Lego car, and he's got a mohawk.
Oh man, that's mean.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it. It looks like a Lego car.
So mean.
I don't like the
Skids is actually the one I'm probably least impressed with.
I don't like the tire. I don't like the mushroom. The front tire. Now the back tire has, the thing is all right. Then you got the little whatever the open mushroom thing. I don't. Why?
Justin loves that. So does Oscar.
It's my favorite thing.
That.
It's like, God dang. Someone was gonna make hubcaps.
Fuck you guys, man. This looks.
Whoa.
No, this looks like shit.
Whoa.
It really does.
You need to calm down there, soldier.
Fick
you. Lines.
Dude, that Galvatron has got transparent plastic on there. I'm excited for him. And plus, we get a bunch of ships and little figurines for Haslam Unicron. So that's awesome.
Why is it the most solid figure in here besides Galvatron is Dragstrip?
80s woman's working shoulder pads.
No, pass on her.
No,
RC looks like she's got to be hollow.
No. Dragstrip and Dragstrip and Galvatron have the 80s woman's working shoulder pads going on.
So one of my only concerns about Dragstrip though is like I don't see where combiner stuff like a combiner port.
Oh, he's got a magnet on the back of him, and I bet they're gonna do what Magic Square did. They're gonna attach like that with magnets because they've already shown that on the back of his back he has a magnet on there, so they're gonna magnetize.
Where'd you see this? What photo is this?
It's not in these photos. It was a long time ago. I don't know where it's at, but they did show the back of him, and it has a little magnet on the back. So they're gonna probably attach. They're gonna attach like because Motormaster is gonna be a commander scale, so he's gonna be huge. So these are probably just gonna attach to like a Magic Square did.
No, is it going to be huge or is it just going to be Voyager with a bunch of accessories?
No, I think it's going to be Commander. I think it's going to be Commander scale. I think it's going to be a big boy.
Oh, no, I may have to disagree with you on that because the last Commanders...
You're wrong. You can.
Oh, wow. Hey, you hungry, man? You about to eat that attitude.
Damn right.
My thing is because the last, the true figure they made that was Commander class, I'll say is two of them. That's Skylynx and Jetfire. Right?
Oh, okay. Rodimus Prime. Yeah, I can give you that one. Yeah.
Like, Rodimus Prime was flooded with accessories. Yes, I get it, but I don't think it justified a Commander class listing, let alone a price tag on top.
It did not. It didn't.
So, and meanwhile, you have your leader class Dinobots, which are bigger in scale, and they... they're like the comeback of the leader class figures because for a while Studio Series leader class figures were fucking, same thing with Siege. They were just scaled down. You know what I mean? So I think this is good. I don't know. We'll see. I would love for them to actually execute. If they do a Motormaster Commander class that's Voyager with accessories to boot to not make them so awkward like that god awful fucking ugly as shit Combiner Wars one, then great. If not, then it's their loss. They had an opportunity. They had plenty of designs to look at and reverse engineer. So I hope they're going to use their heads on this one. That kickback is looking pretty tight.
Tight like a tiger.
Yep. So, okay. So we looked at Pusscon stuff.
Yep.
This one came up on my thread. Hasbro Sky Fairy, really?
Hello, Savvy.
Hasbro,
what are we on now?
Sky Gary and Gayus. Oh my God, really? They'll be able to merge with Starhole Conboy.
So I saw it was on Dane Chalk. Now is this a third party company doing this?
No, man, these are official.
No, it says this ain't official. This is a toy something. Hold on, let me see when it comes up. It's off of Weibo or something. Where's this at? I can't get into it now.
Yeah, there's not enough waffles on here for me to believe that it's Hasbro.
No, this is true. You may be right. It's maybe third party. I got ahead of myself on this.
Yeah,
shame. The shame.
Oh, Sky Fairy.
I kind of wish that would.
So this is that toy company. I'm not gonna say the first word, but it's Wayne Zhu. Yeah, sound out that first word.
I'm not gonna say the first.
Sound out that word, Oscar.
What's the
Anyway,
company?
Niger
Oscar?
Wanju. Niger Wanju.
There you go. Wanju. This is That Toy Company. I don't know. I've never heard of those, but I think this is a third.
A third party, yeah. They just slapped Autobot logos on it. I was like, no way. This looks really cool. Added it to the notes under fucking Hasbro shit.
No, I mean it just it look. I mean these are renders, right? This is just render pics, correct? Like there's no prototypes, right?
They slapped Autobot logos on it. The grand opening, grand closing. Oh God.
It's a shame because like I would be tempted to buy Grandis just because I kind of want a Grandis. Like nobody wants a Grandis, right?
He's
Is
sick,
Grandis like a weaponized oil rig?
He is basically he was like an aircraft carrier type thing, like a weird
He's
aircraft carrier.
He's a thick boy, man.
Sky Gary reminds me a lot of, what was his name? We had a running joke with him that every time he transforms or rolls out, he like starts fires and shit.
That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking.
What was that Hot House? No,
that was Hot House.
Yeah, Hot House.
Hot House.
That thing is still a beloved toy around here. So
I love that. I like that. That's a good toy. I don't care what.
Why is he on tank treads if he's an aircraft carrier?
because he's a land aircraft carrier. I don't know.
The dude has. That's called a fucking airport.
So like the original G1
no
Grandis
propeller.
actually did connect to the back of Star Convoy and was pulled along by him. But he's like a helicopter platform.
Quick, throw me in the water so I can join the fight. And he fucking just blub blub.
Here. If you've never seen it,
blub, 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 blub,
if you've never seen it, Robert, I'm posting what Grandis looked like the G1 Grandis. Like he's a big boy.
Big boy.
Big.
He's a big boy.
That looks like a chicken bot humping a spaceship on top.
What's a chicken bot? Which one's the chicken bot? Is that Deathsarus?
Which pick is this? Hold on.
Oof,
the one where
man, that is ugly.
In combined mode. It's the one in combined mode where he's combined on top of the aircraft roller, and it looks like a chicken mech, like a mechanized chicken bot is humping a shuttle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And Sky Gary, like the speculation is that's a mistranslation, right? Like it should be like Sky Carry. He's supposed to be like a Sky Crane.
Carry on way. Word.
Hi, I'm Gary.
Word, son.
I'll be your Autobot.
Is that Kansas?
I don't know, man. It seemed. I don't know why. It must be exhaustion again. I work like a 13-hour day today, so I had hopes.
Stop apologizing for that.
The huge calf muscles on fucking Grandis there were like, oh, it's definitely a Hasbro product.
Hey, stop. You need to calm
but I
down.
don't see waffles.
This is something that's interesting to see, though. I'm glad you put it in there.
Yeah, quit apologizing for this shit, dumbass.
Yeah, live your life unapologetically, Oscar.
Can you imagine, like, they're in battle, and then, Grandis is like, quick, put me in the lake, I can help them. And then, like, Grandis goes over to Optimus. He goes over to Optimus, and Star Convoy's like, dude, the nearest body of water is like 200 miles west of here, right?
Someone get Hot House. He knows how to move in these conditions.
Prime's like, just throw him in the water. Just. And then minutes later, Optimus, it's me, Grandis. I can't make it to battle. I was dropped off in a lake. And I'm stuck on the beach right now. Numerous humans killed.
Hot House is cool, man.
What was his name? What was his fucking Earthrise name? Was it Airwave?
Sky Larry.
No, it's
Talk about Hot Hose. The original ground destroyer.
I think it was Airwave, I think.
It was Pyro.
Yeah. It was some weird fucking name, man. But it was,
was
like
it Earthrise?
I think it was Earthrise, yeah.
Yeah, it was Airwave. Yeah, it was just called Airwave. Yeah.
Oh, Sky Gary.
Yeah, it's fine. I liked it. It was cool. It was a triple changer, man. It was an airport, and it was another airport, and then it was a robot.
Airport.
And finally, we have Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Starscream in-hand images.
Ooh.
I did that for you and me, Matt, because we love our jets. And
love
your Star.
I do love my Starscream, but man, I was talking to some other guys, and I wish that they would have made a whole new mold instead of just giving us the Earthrise Starscream and just giving us, because they're going to charge us for just
The throne, basically.
the throne and all that stuff, and
Where's
the
his hat?
coordination. So I'm kind of wishing they would have gave us, since it is Studio Series, I wish they would have gave us a new Starscream.
Matt, they're not showing a
Robert
cape or a crown.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they've already shown that. It's not in this one, but they have shown it. Yes, they
give it is coming with this figure.
Yeah, it's a coordination set. It's a coordination set.
Here, Matt, it's like our discussion earlier. We could double back on about Motormaster and Commander class, and mislabeling the shit out of it. Here's a good example of it. This is going to be a leader class figure with a leader class classification, right?
But he was a Voyager, wasn't he? An Earthrise?
Yeah, he's a Voyager, an Earthrise, but he's going to come with additional accessories.
Yeah, so I kind of wish they would have gave us a new Starscream, like a better. I mean, Earthrise Starscream is not one of my favorites, especially in alt mode. It's got that big old gap in the bottom of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish that because Studio Series has been doing really good. With the Dinobots, they got wreck-gar.
Yep.
All those, Perceptor looks really good.
They redesigned movie figures like Jolt to look actually more presentable.
Right. So they should have gave us a new Starscream. Like I really didn't think about it until somebody said something. I'm like, yeah, I wish we would have got a new Starscream, a better Starscream than the Earthrise and just a throne that he's going to poop on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think you could get Megatron on there if you wanted to. And with the lack of wrist,
in the tank mode, no, probably not. He'd probably be too thick.
I mean, you can't even. I don't even think he has wrist articulation, so you can't even get him to sit on the throne correctly, like he's gripping the handles or anything like that.
I can totally see this being a case of this figure comes in the box with the throne and he's sitting on it, and it's the best he's ever going to look on the throne.
Yeah,
you take him out and it'll never look like that again.
Absolutely, You're right. Yep. And that's basically what this set is. I mean, what is this, like $60, $70?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. Let me see. Chosen Prime has him for the low price of
your soul
$56.99.
Yeah, so it's basically just going to be this figure, the crown, a plastic cape, right, and then this throne. That's it. But
you know what? It doesn't have a display box. It's got a nice artwork like on the box, but it doesn't have a clear.
No plastic window.
You can't see it in there.
Yeah. About the only thing I saw from this when this was announced was they don't have prototype images yet, but they are moving forward with another Dinobot for their Studio Series line, which is Sludge.
Oh yeah, we're getting Swoop 2, and I hope we get Snarl. I hope we get Snarl.
So that's a plus side there.
Look at him! Look how he's sitting on the thing. I don't like the flap, his waist flap. It looks like a tongue. It looks like a tongue. I wish it was cut in 3 pieces. But now, just like his tongue's just slipping on his, sitting on his lap.
It's like he's hovering the way some girls do when they use those porta-johns at a concert.
Yeah, the chair doesn't seem fit to him well. It doesn't.
Yeah, you almost have to hope that this is a situation that there's another figure that can use this throne better. So.
Third-party person probably could.
Or if you collect SH figure art, you're fucking set, man, because any of those figures will look fucking good in this.
That is true.
Man, that kind of I was really excited for this, but when that was mentioned that they should have done another Starscream, I was like, damn it, they should have.
But it's a good mold.
No.
You don't like it? I thought you liked that mold.
You didn't like it?
You didn't like it?
Robert, we have never talked about what I like and what you like, man. It's been a minute, so you don't know.
You're right. It's a one-sided conversation. I've been watching all your videos. And I talk to the screen, but you can't hear me.
You do not watch my video. Shut up.
Sure I do.
But, all right. Is that all we got?
So, no, we actually have a listener question with some life advice. I'm just going to use his first name, Joe. I don't want to give out too much information because...
Last name Mama.
My fucking God. Did we ask for life advice questions from our listeners and this guy hit us off?
When did we ask for this?
When we launched, man. When we reformatted in the middle of 381.
Oh, okay.
What is that?
Is somebody rubbing some shit together?
I was pulling my acoustic wave out of the styrofoam.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, somebody's rubbing styrofoam.
Did it break right out the box?
Well, as I'm pulling, I know what happened. This guy, he was pulling on the crotch, I think, to get it out of the styrofoam. And I'm not sure if that's the front or the back he was doing it to, though. because my pelvis, my crotch plate just like lifted off on an armature. And I was like, no. And now I don't know. It's stiff, and I don't know how to recollapse it. So I can see snapping this right out the box.
So I'm gonna ask the lighter tone life question, then we'll go to the serious one.
Okay.
So Joe comes in and writes, my wife and I found a dog on Halloween night. He's an awesome dog and would fit in with our animals and lifestyle well. I know that because we had him for several days before the owner claimed him, and he got crate trained, huge pulses. Oh, sorry. I jumped ahead. Owner claimed him, and he got along well with our other dog and 2 cats. He is also house and crate trained, huge pulses. It turned out the dog had been running at large from at least October 8th until we caught up with him on Halloween. My wife spent 10 minutes trying to catch him, while the owners apparently didn't do anything to catch or help the dog, as a neighbor said he was feeding the dog since the owners weren't. Well, he was returned, and a week later he was loose again, and my wife wrangled him again. I took him to the pound, and now the owner will have to pay to get him back. My wife wants to adopt him, but I was hoping for at least a year or 2 dog-free once our current dog passes, so we can travel and do more without worrying about a dog or having the expenses of boarding while we're gone. I don't think I could win. Thoughts? So after I butchered the shit out of that, Joe, I'm sorry. Basically, they found a dog on Halloween. The dog has been missing since the 8th of October. Apparently, the owners of the dog haven't been feeding him because it looks like the neighbors of the owners have been feeding him because they could care less. They came, got their dog back. The dog, again, escaped, and the wife spent 10 minutes trying to catch him, and now the dog's in a pound. And the only way to get the dog out is you have to pay the pound, basically for boarding fees and stuff like that. Now, Joe wants, I guess their current animal is old. It's a senior dog, kind of like 2 of mine are. Actually, Maxwell, poor guy, is suffering from pneumonia right now, so it's rough on the wife. He wants to have, a year or 2 without having a dog. So, because I know what a pain in the ass it is to plan a trip with your significant other when you have a lot of animals. You either have to pay boarding, or you hope you have a friend that's smart enough to come by and check on them at least 3 times a day. Take them out, feed them, etc. Let them have some, let them stretch their legs so they're not crated up the entire time. So the last time my wife and I went somewhere, we had a friend of ours come by and actually spend the night at our place for a couple of days while we went out. So that way their routine didn't change that much dramatically. So, honestly, Joe, if your wife wants to adopt them, if you have a friend that could come by and look after the dogs when you plan your vacations or even just a weekend getaway, I would suggest doing it, because obviously the dog's happier with you guys than it is with its current owners. The current owners are fucking monsters.
You can board them too.
Yeah, but that's expensive, Bubba. That's expensive.
All right. Not for me. I'm money back.
He just puts Gator in a bowling ball bag. I'll be back in a week, buddy.
I dropped the mic, man.
My suggestion would actually be just to size the dog for an appropriate carry-on luggage size, and or you register him as one of those emotional support dogs. You just take him anywhere. It doesn't matter.
Fucking. I can't say that's fucking stupid. I take that back. But I mean, I think a lot of people abuse that for the sake of taking their dog with them to fucking Walmart or something like that. Yep. Come on now. Anyway, so what are your thoughts on this, Robert? Since you have 6 cats and 2 butt gerbils.
I'm at my wit's end. I'd be like, no more pets, and that's what I've said is no more fucking pets. I'm done.
Snap your fingers. Half your pets went away.
I'm sick of
half your pets' eyes went away.
I said no more pets, and we ended up getting a new kitten in March. But I mean, you gotta kind of. I would basically talk to your wife about it. Does she know how much you really don't want to take on a new pet? And weigh it against how much she really wants one. And I don't think wives generally, this is fucked up, but I don't think they plan ahead like that. And then she'll want to go on vacation after vacation. And you're like, well, what about the dog? And now all of a sudden it's your fucking problem again. So I would try to find a diplomatic way to talk about future plans and how having a new dog would interfere with them, and also the cost associated with it, and whether you guys can afford to. You need to put that dog in a little, doggy, what do you call it? What you guys
Boarding.
are talking about? You'd have to board it. So how expensive is that? And could you afford it? Do you want to deal with that?
That's
If
not the only option. They have the option if they have a friend or a family member that they trust to come stay at their place for a few days
don't
to help
rely
keep
on
up
that.
with the dog's routine. The problem with the boarding is you don't know how they really treat your dog there.
Yeah.
It could like the times Carrie and I have gone away.
That's why you do your research. You research those
Yeah,
places.
you do your research, see how because there's been cases where people have put their dogs up on boarding places and they get their dog back, but it's not the same dog they left behind. Shit happens.
I just don't think you can rely on friends or family to be there necessarily when you it's nice to be able to, but I don't think you should plan your life, your lifestyle depending on that, unless you want to just pay someone to come walk your dog and feed it every day and come into your house. It has to be, when you're asking for favors, you're getting what you pay for, period.
Yeah.
Or you're losing a friend or getting beef with a family member over something, they're fucking helping you out. So now they're mad at you. You see how this is magnifying your fucking problems? I mean, it's
that's
just
looking at the glass half empty. That's not always the case, though, man. It's the same argument can be made about boarding. They don't always, mess with your dog while they're gone, regardless of how much research you've done on the place. If you're going to board the dog up for the time being, like they can have a great staff at the time you're looking at all these rave reviews. You leave your dog there and they hire a couple of fucking degenerates that think the only way to get the dog to listen is by swatting him with a fucking leash.
Listen, man, the dog's just more of a reason why the dog's gonna be happy to see you when you get back.
Oh, that's not always the case.
we board Gator up all the time and he's fine. I mean, we go to a place that it's well known. I mean, they take in a lot of dogs. We didn't get we don't go out to bumfuck Egypt and say, hey, let's board this dog up here. I mean, we go to a nice place and everything. So I mean, you just got to do your research. And I mean, stuff can happen. I mean, I'm not gonna say that nothing bad can happen, but luckily, Gator has been fine. Actually, he looks a little skinnier every time he comes back with us. I guess we just beat the crap out of him. So I don't know. I mean,
hey, Gator wants some more chili and hot dogs.
I mean, let's face facts. Like, here's a pro tip: if you take your dog to a dog boarding place, and the first question they ask you is he get fatter? Odds are that's not where you want to leave your dog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on though. Don't good boarding places have cameras for you to check up on your dog?
I don't know. We haven't done it in a while, man. We've been lucky with our friends that come by and check on our end. The few times we have gone away.
I'm just saying.
Some I would say really good places do have that. The people that when we take our dog somewhere, they don't have that, but the person who owns it is constantly taking pictures and sending them by text. So, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Look, my life advice is keep your life as simple as you can because shit gets complicated. And the more complicated things are, the more complicated it's going to become, the more factors there are. I personally would not rely on a family member or friend to come take care of a pet. I've done that before. Like my mom. I had my mom come feed the cats, right? When we would go away and stuff. And it was just horrible. There's litter everywhere. Like she didn't give a shit. And I had a friend come and do it. And then when we came back, he wasn't dumping out the old food. He was just putting new cans of wet food over the old food. Like they didn't have fresh water. And it's like, I'm just like, well, what am I going to do? Get my money back? I'm just never going to use you again. I'm never going to use you again. And it's just, but when you're paying for a service, sure, you can always have some company or person deviate from the norm, but if they're in that business,
but how do you know they don't? But here, my counterpoint is this: like you just mentioned, the awful family members that look after your cats. They were putting new cans of cat food on top of old cans of cat food. You don't know if they do the same thing there. The argument can be made now, unless you have 24/7. You're able to check in on them 24/7 all the time.
You don't, but again, I wouldn't, make my choices based on the worst possible outcome happening there because there is a really good chance that if you do your research, you are more likely than not to find a place that fits your criteria. If you find recent reviews and whatnot, can you get fucked? Of course, that's a huge problem with Googling anything nowadays. Like I don't give reviews any weight. It's so hard because I don't know what's bullshit now. It used to be you could look something up and you could look for a referral for anything. And it's like we've come full circle and there's so much bad information online. It's all word of mouth. You know, but you know what?
It's also
You
really
ask
weird
your
because
vet.
like you can find people that you're like, I know that they would have gotten some bad reviews, and like somehow there's ways to like filter that stuff out so it looks better than it is and all that stuff. Like,
But like, where would you go to get good word of mouth referrals? For maybe some veterinarians actually board, right? I mean, I can't imagine they'd risk their professional license because they feel like kicking your dog. It could happen, sure, and there are people that lose their licenses, but the majority doesn't do that. You know, the majority of people in their line of business don't intentionally deviate from the line of business. It's an anomaly. We hear more about the anomalies because the norm is boring. I mean, but when you're making decisions, you got to kind of shoot for what's most likely going to happen because anything can happen. So, I mean, if you find you get a referral to a boarding house from a vet, you're more likely than not going to find a reputable place. Is it cheap? Maybe, probably not. And that takes you back to the beginning, to the initial problem. Should you do it? If you don't want a dog, it depends on how strongly you really don't want a new dog versus how much your wife really, really wants the dog. And hey, in all fairness, how old's the dog, right? What if it's 7 years old? Then you're not getting a dog for 10, 12 years. You get one for 3 to 5. Maybe it's a middle ground. Maybe it's better off than getting a puppy. But I think there's another question. Should you get this dog? It's someone else's dog. For all you know, do they know it's in the pound? Like you put it in the pound. Maybe the dog gets out all the time and they always find it. Maybe this is a thing between it and its family. How do you know? How well do you know this family? You're assuming a lot unless you've spoken to them. And they're like, oh, fuck that dog. You know, I've been getting rid of it out of my car every day. Or maybe this is an ongoing problem for the family, you know? And now they really can't find their dog because you hid it. You hid the fucking transformer in the toiletries aisle at Target. That's what you just did. So morally, is what you did right? You have to ask yourself that. Did you ask yourself that?
There's more to this than what he wrote. Like if he spoke to just one neighbor and the one neighbor saying, yeah, I've been feeding that dog because they don't fucking feed the dog. Like,
how do you
Joe
know no
wasn't
one feeds the
specific.
dog?
Joe wasn't specific if the dog looked malnourished, you know, if it looked like it was abused, because it seemed to be getting along fine with his other dog and cats that they currently own.
How do you know if no one feeds? Just because the dog begs and eats a lot? That doesn't mean
All
no one
dogs
feeds
do
the
that,
dog,
dude.
right?
I'm not saying
Y'all
that.
still talking about this?
Yes, we are.
Damn.
Right, you.
We're having a good discussion, Matt.
Not everyone has a 16-pound butterball that's full of fucking love and emotion like you, Matthew.
Dude,
Okay?
he is 23 pounds. You shut your whore ass mouth.
That is
Big
one.
for a bug. That
is
big.
That is one.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I love him to death. I'm gonna cry when he
Make
dies.
some good eating come Thanksgiving. Roll Tide, man.
I know one thing. Y'all better come to his funeral. Let me ask you this question. If I pass, would y'all come down to my funeral?
yes.
Of course.
I probably would, yeah.
Oh, well, thank y'all. Well, I'll go to y'all's too.
We're all lying. You're never gonna know.
I hope
That's so true. That's so true. That's so true.
Did they come?
You know what Matt's gonna do now? He's gonna have one of those like living lakes, but
Fake
not
ones,
tell any
yeah.
one of us.
You know, like
Just say like, you
I'll
fuckers, I
this.
knew you wouldn't come.
I'll tell you this, man. When we got like when I decided to, you know, get on board with my wife because she was on my case for a few months. Not really on my case. She just would talk about like, oh, if we got another puppy, blah 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 blah. You know, my wife's very active with her dogs, or two of our dogs anyway, because two of them are seniors. We have 2 German coolies. Okay, she does dog agility with one of them, and now the puppy we currently have, Grimlock, he looks like he's gonna be her sheep herding dog, right? Wow. So she likes doing this stuff. These are activities that really, training. Yeah. So and my wife's really good at training these dogs to do what she needs to do for these activities that she does for dog agility as well as sheep herding. So, you know, when it came to like, hey, we're gonna get a puppy, like I had to put a lot of things into perspective before I finally sat there and was like, yeah, I'm on board, let's do it. But it's like, again, man, like when we got Knox, our first German Coolie, she was basically a fucking breeze as a puppy. But this fucking Grimlock, okay, I named him obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, I used to be able to wake up at 4. I used to wake up at 4 in the morning, make myself coffee, watch a few YouTube videos, maybe draw a little bit, cut out the work, do my day, come home,
Play some
you know, have
whack-a-mole.
dinner. in the bathroom by myself,
Whack-a-mole.
like I would sit there and be able to do all these things. But now it's like, since we got Grimlock, it's wake up at 4 a.m., take Grimlock with me, walk him outside, see if he pees. He pees, oh, here's a treat. Good boy. All right, bring him inside. Start making coffee. I got to use the bathroom. I don't trust him out here in the living room by himself, even though he's cuddled up on the couch. Take him with me into the bathroom. And now he's like, what's going on? Oh, we're in the bathroom. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, it's just the morning thing, bro. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Meanwhile, your neighbor is telling the person down the road, that guy's dog smells like he shits all over it. He's not treating it right. He shits on his dog. And then they fucking put Grimlock in a pound.
They would never take not without a fight. That's for fucking sure. But I mean, like, there is a lot of things, and I'm kind of with Joe on this. Like, hey, talk to your wife. Let him know, hey, when this one passes, I don't want any dogs. Like, right now, she's feeling sentimental about this animal and this situation because she only has one view of it. Like, oh, it's running away, so it must be unhappy. No, maybe it's just fucking explore it. It feels like exploring, and decides to tear ass down a neighborhood, and then she finds it. It doesn't mean it's, we can't prove or disprove. All we could say is it's allegedly, in our opinion, it might be abused. Like this love for wanting to adopt a dog, Joe, this shit will pass in like 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think another factor here is who takes care of the dog you have now. Yeah. That person has more of a say in terms of whether you get a new dog. If you do, Joe, then you have the ultimate say here on whether you're going to undertake more dog shit duties. I mean, that's in Brooklyn, you got to fucking walk around after your dog with a sandwich bag on your hand and pick up a hot, wet, steaming turd, 2-3 times a day. You got to do that. So I think if that's my job, I get to decide what kind of dog I'm getting and whether I'm getting a dog. So, but if she's the one that takes care of it, then she has more of a say, if you ask me, because it's not really.
His back's up against the wall on this one. He's going to have to go with whatever she really wants to do. If she takes 80% of the lion's share of the responsibilities associated with the animal, from whether it be feeding them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and taking out their walks and giving them baths, whatever the case may be, if all you do is pet them and go, that'll do, dog, that'll do, odds are you probably don't have a fucking say in the matter, and you're going to have another dog.
But you also, though, you have to find out about taking care of the dog if you really are planning trips. And is she willing to make certain sacrifices to facilitate boarding it? Unless you do have friends or family that you really can trust to watch the dog, because it can become a problem. Yeah. But I think it really comes down to whose dog it is and who's the one doing the work. Justin, thoughts on this?
Nope, I echo everything you guys say. And I also say get that travel bag, take a dog with you. So...
What kind of dog is it? Did he say?
He didn't say in the email. No.
Seriously.
Okay, now the first
it's one. It's a Burmese mountain dog.
Register it as an emotional support dog, just like everybody else is doing. And
register your 200-pound English Mastiff as an
I need him with me. He makes me comfortable on this airplane.
Right now, they have a fucking Chihuahua, and his job is to pick up the turds. And his wife's like, "What's the difference? You clean after one, you clean up after the other." It's a fucking Mastiff.
It's a Mastiff, sir. Your Mastiff can't be on a plane. Ma'am, it's an emotional support dog. Sir, that dog just shit out a turd bigger than the passenger behind you's baby. And it's really pungent. Yeah, I know. He's on a high protein.
To check the dog's shit.
Ma'am, stewardess, you're making a scene out of Wendy's. But we're on a plane. We're at a Wendy's. But let's go to the first question. This one's a lot more serious about this. All right, so Joe writes in and says, I got a friend whose life is in the crapper right now. I recently found out he's using meth and has been arrested for it. He isn't someone that I thought would be doing that, but I'm not 100% surprised. I would reach out to him, but because of my job, I can't associate with him due to his current charges, associates, etc. Thoughts, so I'm thinking Joe may be in law enforcement or something having to do with law enforcement where he really can't, like a correctional officer or something like that. We don't need to know, Joe. You don't need to tell anybody anything or email us or anything. This is fucked up. Like this one kind of hit for me a bit, mostly because of the behavior my brother's currently going through that we haven't spoken in about a couple of months now. And I don't plan on talking to him until he starts changing his ways. But I mean, if you want to reach out to him, you could. I would suggest by means that can't be. I don't know, man. if his life isn't that much of a shit right now, you have to put things into consideration. As noble as it is, because you want to be the good friend and take care of him. Does your friend currently cut you checks to help pay your bills, support your family? You know, whether you have kids or just animals. No, these are all things you have to put into consideration. If this jeopardizes your job, there's nothing to really consider. It should just not be something you need to involve yourself with. That's a quote Robert when I talked to him a few times. Don't let toxicity into your life like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would ask a few follow-up questions of him, like, how close is this friend of yours? Based on the fact that he's been using meth and you didn't know, and you found out he had been arrested and you didn't know, I got the impression that it was something you got through, like, the grapevine. I can assume he's not presently a very close friend. Maybe he used to be. Right. I'm not sure. How close of a friend is this? Because that tells you how much are you willing to sacrifice or do for them. So, I mean, if it was a very close friend, if it was even some family members you might write off. But let's say it's somebody that is so close and important to you that you are truly conflicted because you want to help them. I can't imagine what profession you would be in where a close friend or family member got into trouble with drug abuse and therefore the law, and you were prohibited from being their friend anymore. That doesn't really make much sense to me. Not
maybe he's a probation officer.
So what? They know lots of freaking drug addicts, right? I mean, people get addicted to drugs all the time. You know, I mean, it's not like this is what's Tom Cruise's religion again? What's that called? Scientology, where you're forced to, you know,
disassociate with family members that don't believe the same things as you.
That's honestly, I'm not even being facetious. I feel like, you know, is this like a Scientology thing? You know, if that's the case, I get it. But otherwise, I don't understand why you would not be allowed to try to help somebody.
My concern with this is the line where he says, "I'm not surprised." So I mean, obviously he's not that. It's coming off to me like he's not that close with the individual. Like maybe he went to high school with the individual,
right? Or
they had a period, you know, where everyone has that friend they hung out with real hard for like a couple of years, and then you guys just, you know, you're like branches on a tree limb. You just start venturing off away from one another, doing your own thing. So, like, it could be that type of situation where he's like, oh, that's fucked up, man. I want to help him. But at the same time, it's like, you know, he was huffing paint thinner when we first met.
Well, I mean, yeah, like Lisa in college, one of her friends, I guess they must have been, you know, circle of friends that were close. Like, apparently the guy had been doing drugs back then or whatnot. Maybe I think his story was he had gotten into heroin with his girlfriend in college. And after college, everybody drifted apart. But, you know, when we were living in the city years and years ago, me and Lisa were crossing the street in our neighborhood, and she was like, she called out his name. You know, he was like getting thrown against the car by a bunch of cops and being arrested, and he looked like a homeless dude. Like he looked like a drug addict, homeless guy. And she starts like immediately jerks to go over there, like to bolt over there. And I grabbed her arm, like, what are you doing? She's like, that's so and so. I have to help him. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's being arrested. You don't get involved. What the hell are you doing? You're just gonna get arrested for obstruction, or something. You know, like what do you, or interference with a government, what do they call it? Obstructing a government administration, OGA. What are you doing? No. Yeah, you used to know that guy, but that's not your mom getting arrested where I can see you jumping in.
You have to kind of put that in perspective for sure. Cause there's people that like there's people in my life that have been like of my best of friends. And then it's like life changed and we're not anymore. And I can't call that person my like a best friend anymore. Because, you just I don't know them. Like, I knew them 15 years ago, you know, like, things like that, so.
People change.
Yeah, they definitely do.
They do. Like, I'll use someone we all know as a good example.
Who are we using?
Lenny Decepticon, you know. Okay. Years ago, he was with us on the podcast. He was excited about Transformers. Now he's fucking super gym rat, fucking shredded. You know, like he's not the same person he was 5 years ago. He's someone completely different. Is he better for it? According to my conversation with him, yeah, I think he's a lot better for it.
He grew up.
You know what I mean? So not that it's not. Don't say
no,
don't put
it is that.
But that's the bottom line. Is if you see a friend that's in a bind, and you guys were really cool 5 years ago, you have to tell yourself, this is not the same guy I hung out with 5 years ago.
I'd help Lenny any day.
It's the equivalency of seeing that old jock from high school who was the all-star quarterback in his 40s still wearing his fucking Letterman jacket.
That's hot.
Yeah, I mean, so
You know?
so if this is somebody that you are presently close with and
I
you
still
just
wear my
found this
Letterman
stuff
jacket.
out about them, well, I mean, look, it's natural in addiction for somebody to hide it from everyone in their lives. They're masters at lying to hide the addiction for as long as humanly possible. You know, but at that point, if this is somebody very close to you that's important to you, and you know the
do
job,
whatever it takes.
the job thing doesn't get in the way, then you try to get them help. You tell them, like, look, have you told your wife? Have you told your mom? Have you? If you don't, I will. I'm going to. I'll give you till tomorrow. Like, they need an ultimatum and they need help. And it sucks to be that closely tied with somebody who's stuck in addiction, because it's going to bring you fucking down, but you have no choice.
It's the same thing when someone's like in a raging depression, that no matter what you say or whatever you try to do to get them out of that hole, they put themselves right back in it because they are so set that is the course their life is taking at the moment.
Yeah. So it really matters how close are you with this person now? And, because maybe they need help, but you're probably maybe it's really fatalistic, but I don't think not unless they give a fuck about their life to the point where they have a reason to turn it around, and they really do. You're more likely than not going to drag your ass down.
I'll share a little personal story real quick, dude. My brother is going through a shit divorce right now. She walked out on him over a year ago. She hasn't uttered a fucking word to him. I haven't spoken to him in like 2 months. Going to be 3 months soon. Okay. And the reason why is because the last time I saw him physically in person was 5 years ago. And when I went to go visit him, he played that I Know You card. And when I brought to his attention, like, yeah, dude, the last time we stood in the same room was 5 years ago. People change. And then he tries to go ahead and he went on some bullshit psychobabble because now he's reading stuff about psychology on Wikipedia. He's now a licensed therapist, but that's another fucking bitch session there. But the bottom line is I tried what I could to help him. I tried to be the friend there was, but in the end, all I felt it was like was every time we speak, I turn into his emotional punchy bag so he can validate himself in some bullshit way. That's not friendship. That's not family. That's fucking abuse. Mm-hmm. All right, and that's not necessary. So my advice to Joe is, you know what? Unless this guy saved your life at one point, don't fuck with him. He's not going to cut you a check if you lose your job by helping him. He's not going to sit there and be there for you and your family because you're running into financial strife because, hey, man, you tried to get him on the right track and he fucked up again and started dropping your goddamn name to help him get out of a fucking cinch. And I'm sorry. He made his bed, let him lay in it, and he'll get himself out of it. That's that's how a true addict comes out sober in the end.
If he's, they get themselves out of it. They have to hit rock bottom. So I don't even know what kind of help you can give him, because if he went to jail,
and people's elbow too.
If he went to jail, he's probably been counseled. Like, listen, if you go to rehab, you'll get a lighter sentence or whatnot. He needs to hit rock bottom, or so I don't even know what you can do for him. So, but I would
especially like the prolonged use of meth and what it does to somebody. Not just rots your teeth out because it fucking dries your mouth out, but like the sores that come up on your face well, you're not eating because you're fucking your motor's revving 2-3 days straight without fucking sleep. You know what I'm saying? And it's like driving a car without an antifreeze. It'll last 15 minutes. A car will last an hour without oil in it. They got to hit rock bottom on their own. They got to sit there, wake up in that puke covered mattress and say, this isn't for me anymore, and get their shit together. You cannot do that for them. And this sounds cold and callous, Joe. I'm sorry, but honestly, man, fuck him.
Yeah,
he needs to get it on his own.
Damn. Like what was saying originally, if your job depends on it, and unless it's a piece of shit job that's easily replaceable, what are you doing, man? You got to pay your bills. So I don't know what job that could be, but
lawyer.
No, what do you mean a lawyer can't try to help an addict? Of course they can. A cop can try to help.
I just said a shit job
unless he's in the fucking CIA or NSA or something, and even they can fucking help an addict. The only thing I think of is he a Scientologist? That's the only thing I can think of. But
so
I mean,
I can think of some jobs that if you have certain clearance levels, they're not particularly fond of if you are associating with
Fraternize
certain
with.
people, like you can lose that security, but like usually like it has to be a pretty deep thing to lose that, you know?
I'm making the
Like-
assumption this guy's in law enforcement of some kind.
What if you call the guy up or meet with him and have lunch and talk about what's going on with his life? You lose your security clearance?
Yes.
It
So I
depends
mean,
on the
again,
sever-
I don't think so because that's like, you know, that's pretty deep in, like that's pretty like I think that what it can make you lose it is like has to be deeper than that. Like going to lunch with someone is not.
Deeper.
I mean, unless maybe they're
What if
like
he's
a
an
terrorist
Antifa?
and you work in the government, then maybe that would cause that to happen. But
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, hey Justin, just ask Adele. She's the one that killed Osama bin Laden.
exactly,
Point blank. She's like, this is what I do on Fortnite, you stupid bitch. He's like, oh, wait, I give up.
Yeah, we don't talk about that if you could lose your security clearance. So.
That's right. To use her CIA training to sneak up on you while you're on the podcast.
No,
And
but
she'll lean forward and go, you want to join them?
so
it's
in
gonna
fairness, she actually does have one of the secret clearances. I think it's secret, not like top secret. But yeah, they do like check that stuff, like who you are kind of like associated with and things like that. But like, I don't think they could just do something because you went to lunch with someone.
And I mean, look at this. I mean, so Justin is married to Bedell, and Justin is associated with fucking us,
That's
and
right.
everything's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, my concern is like if he tries to help this guy out, and the thing about addicts when they recover, and having spoken to, you know, for those listening, I used to take part in these groups because I had this big thing that happened to me a few years ago. You know, we had groups and we would talk. The thing is, all addicts agree on is when someone's trying to recover, someone's trying to sober up, man, they slip up.
Yep.
You know?
And it's your 60-inch flat screen.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. It's like they slip up, and then this guy could be so, oh, yeah, you know, I know Joe, man. Joe will explain everything. This is all just a ruse. And then, you know, now he's thrown under the fucking bus because this guy can't seem to keep his fucking nose clean.
Well,
You know,
man,
so-
the slip up is going to be he's going to fucking rob you. You know,
Yeah.
he'll steal your shit. That'll be
Hashtag hookers and blow.
Your drugs are going to be missing out of your cabinet. Your fucking jewelry
And
will
it
be
could
gone
be
one day.
It could be even worse, man. It could escalate to something much worse than just robbing him.
He'll
you know?
be borrowing money from you left and right, insisting it's not for drugs, it's for this, it's for that. You're just, you know,
Hand chops behind Taco Bell.
those are the best.
Best ones. Best
Gives
part.
free
of the
rim
spicy
jobs
nuts.
behind
and
the
you
old-
come, you fart fire and shit.
Gives free rent jobs behind the old Outback Steakhouse dumpster where the grease pit
Mhm.
is.
I like Outback.
Oh, Matt sets up at the Golden Corral. He has a whole thing he puts up at the end of the whole buffet. He has just a cardboard box with a glory hole in it. And he's just like, ah.
You'll see a
I
woman
like-
walk by. Hi, baby. Hi, you want to see a pug? Right here. There it is.
I like some
Any
Golden
piece on
Corral. Golden Corral's pretty good,
His
man.
balls through the hole of the.
There,
I like
he's
that.
sitting down for you, babe. Peas on the girl. Oh, look at that. He spit on you. He likes you. Full
I
time.
did, Go Corral. Go Corral.
When's the last time you've been to Golden Corral?
Oh, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, really.
Damn.
Man, look. When
Yeah.
I'll give you a man.
We go pasta grill now. We like pasta grill. What's up?
Down here, there's a Golden
What's that?
Corral. They started doing breakfast.
I
Okay,
know.
I took my wife's
Just
car
so.
to go get tires one day, and I'm like, I'm gonna get some breakfast over at Golden Corral. I hear they're doing that now. Man, I must have fucked up like 10 pancakes
Oh yeah.
and a shit ton of eggs and a crap ton of bacon. I fucking waddled out of there, and that 30 feet between the tire shop and the Golden Corral felt like
You had
a
to shit
5-mile hike. I was like, hey, I drank so much diet soda. Oh,
Go up to the tire shop. I need new tires.
Excuse me, sir. I'm here to pick up the Mazda 3 hatchback. Here you go, sir. There's a problem with the car. What's the problem, sir? I don't fit in it.
Well, that's your own fault, fat ass.
I just shit on the car. Can you help me?
I went to sit down to sit in the car, and I shit all over myself. Goddamn Golden Corral pancakes.
Diabetes.
You go to pull out your wallet, you end up getting the wrong pocket. You have a handful of breakfast sausages. You try to hand the guy to pay.
Here you go. Sir, that's not money.
Diabetes.
In my world, it is.
Sir, is that
You
biscuit
got-
in your beard?
Excuse me, sir. Do you sell metformin 500 milligram tablets here? I'm gonna need it. My blood sugar is through. My feet hurt. This was a mistake.
I'll take 4 tires and a roll of toilet paper, please, right away.
Stroke.
Where's your
time.
bathroom, and do you plan on using it for the next 20 to 25 minutes? I really need to shit. I'm sorry. I really do.
You eat all that stuff, then you fall asleep driving right out of the lot. Oh, God.
I'm serious, man. I had no shame that day. I was like, I'm gonna get fat, more pancakes, more eggs, oh, biscuits. Oh, I love breakfast biscuits.
With the gravy.
Extra country gravy. All right, Florida.
Oh, shit on shingles.
That shit is just glue.
It
Oh,
is.
my God.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that was good. That was
back
good.
away, buddy. That's what I
Yeah,
would say.
just leave it be, Joe. Leave it be. We're glad Mr. Joe decided to reach out to us. Almost said his last name. Mr. Unemployed Joe.
Mr. Mama.
Reached out to us. This is the type of shit we weren't kidding, man. If you have a tough decision in life, or you're in a situation, you're in a bind of any kind that makes you feel uncomfortable, and you just want blanket freaking advice, as
Don't
callous
take it
as it's
from
going to
us.
sound.
Don't
We
take
will
it
never
from us.
say your full name ever. I'm going to tell you that right now. We'll give our word. We don't say your name, your full name. We'll call
Unless
you by your
want
first
us
name.
to.
Exactly, like Willie Fong. I would never say his full name.
Yeah.
Can we just give him some impromptu advice? Just, dude, fake your own death. Don't do it. Anyway.
Stop. Congratulations, William. He doesn't even listen anyway.
No,
I met his fiancée. She's a very nice lady.
Of course she is.
Really
Don't do it. I know. Don't do it.
Sweetheart, man. You know she probably whoops his ass though. She's like, babe. He's like, okay, I'm sorry.
Don't do it, Willie. You have beautiful hair. You can have women. You can have all the women
He's
you
a-
want. Don't do it.
He's a ninja.
Oh, that's
But if you guys have serious life advice, you want to, you don't. Hell, if you want, tell us not to disclose your name. We'll just call you Mr. X. I don't really give a shit. If you want to hear blanket advice from guys who, all of us are basically in our 40s by now. I know some of y'all are young.
Practically certified psychologists at this point.
Yeah, because we read a few Wikipedia articles. Fuck you, Bobby in Seattle. We got you covered. We have your back. We're not going to leave you hanging, man. We'll give you some quick advice. This was pretty good. Thank you for writing in, Joe. I'm not going to say your last name, which is Smith
Mama.
of Louisville, Kentucky. He's a cop.
Not a cop.
No es policía. But yeah.
Maybe he's a
Anyone
narcotics detective. That's got to
He's-
be it.
he-
He's
he-
undercover. He's undercover. That's probably
Oh,
it.
shit. Maybe he's not. Maybe there is no friend. Maybe that's him. He's in too deep. He's picked up an addiction.
How did he type while scratching the spiders on his face?
This is true. All these spiders are singing Christina Aguilera to
Yeah,
me.
he's got to be undercover. That's what it is. That's it. Or he's a Scientologist.
That is some. I've seen some fucking documentaries, man. Not only can you not associate with your family if they don't jump into Scientology with you, but if you decide to leave Scientology, your family cannot associate with you either. Like you're shunned.
And don't they like sue you for all the money you owe them? That like you
Some
incurred
shit like
while
that. Like you have to watch what you say when you're talking about them sometimes, because they'll hit you up for libel, and all that stuff. So
Did you watch that documentary by the woman from King of Queens?
no.
Oh
No.
wow, you got to watch that, man. It's like a 12-parter, I think, and she goes into it because she's a huge Scientologist, and she does it with one of the former higher ups in the organization. He also defected, and they're just exposing it. It's from a couple years ago. It's still really good.
There's cases where one of the big shots of Scientology, his wife disappeared. They've yet to find her.
That's the head. That's
Is
the
that-
head of it.
Okay, yeah. So that's one thing there. Their base is here in Clearwater, Florida.
That's
You
what
know?
started the problem for her was when she started asking where what's her
She was
face
on
was.
Saved by the Bell and Who's the Boss?
Mario Lopez? No.
No, the female you're talking about. He's talking about. She was on Saved by the Bell and Who's the Boss?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like I remember seeing
Okay.
interviews where the documentary I saw, like they spoke to popular movie stars and they were asking them about Scientology, and like Christy Alley, known for Cheers and the movies Look Who's Talking Too. She
Talking
got
Now.
real fucking defensive. when she was being interviewed. She's like, do I mock your religion? And it's like it's like, sweetie, yours isn't a religion. It's nothing more than a rich people club.
It's a cult.
You know, it is a cult. It's a cult where you pay a lot of money to wear a different colored fucking sash. You know, hey Robert, you want to watch a fucked up documentary? Go look up The Vow on HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
That has Allison Mack, who was known for. She played Chloe in the show Smallville, and it turned into like a sex trafficking ring.
Man, I love that kind of shit.
It's
Sex trafficking?
What?
Yeah, man.
What's it called again?
What?
The Vow.
Okay.
let me do some research on the sex trafficking.
Matt's like, I love sex trafficking.
No, I just like crazy documentaries. So.
I love sex trafficking.
Watch it. It is fucked up, man. Holy shit. But we're gonna go ahead.
You want a crazy documentary? Have any of you guys seen Zeitgeist?
No. Have you watched Blackfish?
Stop it. Look up Zeitgeist.
Have y'all watched sex trafficking?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is that
just
a
me?
Skinamax After Hours movie I need to check
I
out?
love some Skinamax, man. That used to get me through when I was a teenager. Mm-hmm.
Same that. And when we moved down here to Florida, we got Dish Network in Latino, and it came with Playboy in Spanish.
Oh,
nice.
Play hombre.
I'd have to mute that shit because that would get annoying, but I would love to watch it.
They went from like high-end porn that you would see on Skinamax to like straight up, full-blown like, here, Miguel, hold the camera. I'm here to deliver your enchiladas, but I don't have money, Miguel. Oh, come on, Maria. I come here and I give you to you.
That's racist.
And then you hear him moan. It's so weird hearing him moan. Ay, dámelo, Maria. Chúpamelo todo. Ay, Dios mío. Voy a acabar.
It's like a Cheech and Chong porn.
But yes, so we're gonna go ahead with our special shout outs. He's gonna fucking hate it. Dustmightz for providing the beats for the theme song. Check out our friends over at Realm of Collectors on Facebook. Be sure to check out Rock and Wrestling ROC.
Send us audio files.
I'm gonna get to it. Calm the fuck down.
Dustmightz don't want to be tied to us anymore now. He's like, yeah, I'm good.
He's like, after hearing this,
y'all can stop promoting.
Yeah, I'm smoking my meth. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So be sure to check out our friends over at Realm of Collectors. That is a community built for and by the community, man. Everyone there, good people.
And sex trafficking.
If you have not had a chance to record yourself on your phone saying all hail Unicron, be sure to go ahead and do so and send it to Hailunicroncast at gmail.com. That's HAILUNICRONCAST at gmail.com. And we'll be able to add it to our intro. Justin is a phenomenal editor when doing that. I tried to get Lenny to send you one. Justin, did you get it from him yet?
So. No.
Because we need that Aussie accent to go, oh, hell, Unicron, cunt.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so, for everyone who's followed us from Shattered Cast Uncut, we're grateful to each and every one of you for joining us on this journey. We're 5 episodes in, and, we're having fun. We really are, especially with being able to have a good discussion in regards to topics like this that Joe emailed us about. So, again, if you have a life event that's coming up and you want our take on it, our hot take, obviously.
Don't do it, really.
Shut up, man. Stop saying that shit. Hit us up, man. And if it's a question like, should I marry this girl? She's cheated on me 3 times. The answer is no. Don't fucking marry her.
Nah, man, that's a winner chicken dinner.
Yeah. So until then, on behalf of me and every other herald of the almighty one himself, Unicron, we want you to remember to stay formatted and have a wonderful day.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Bye.
See ya, fucker.